So today marks the first day, I think, in several months where I've actually decided to come out with the landscape setup. I'm feeling a little bit out of practice, if I'm honest, but hopefully it'll all start to fall back into place again as I get going. But I popped down to my local patch of ancient woodland, and at this time of year, June, it's actually quite a struggle to get up for sunrise, but I managed to wake up at 4 o'clock this morning and drag myself out, and I'm really pleased I did. The plan for today is just to wander around these woods, see if I can find some compositions where this nice morning light is just catching the leaves. And this first composition which I had set up here is, I think it's working okay. So we've got the sun just rising, and it's casting this diagonal line of light through the foliage, and it's catching all the greens. It's really lush greens of the woods at the moment. So there's some nice contrast between light and shadow in this image. So I think it's going to work out okay. But this morning it's just nice to be out with the camera. That's what this morning's all about, really, is just exploring this patch of woodland and seeing if I can find some images and just getting back into the swing of landscape photography. We've all had a bit of a break from it for the last few months, and fortunately we're starting to be able to come out again slowly. So it's going to take a few attempts, I think, but hopefully it'll all start falling back into place. The approach which I'm trying to go for today is just to try and isolate little bits of a wood where you've got nice bits of light providing contrast. If I can get a bit of, say, tree trunk or some leaves where they're being illuminated by the early morning sun, but also cast into shadow, I think that having that nice little bit of contrast in the images works quite well, especially on days like today where you don't have mist in the woods. I find that those kind of images work quite nicely. So I'm just sort of taking a wander around. I found this little composition here. It's a slight curve in the tree trunk of this tree here, and that early morning light is still nice and golden, and it's illuminating one half of that tree trunk just in the point where it's curving. And it just sort of caught my eye when I was walking past, and I find that's quite a good approach to have in woodland photography, is just keep your eye out all the time, and anything which catches your eye, just see if there's any potential for an image there. So I've zoomed in to about 105mm for this shot, just to try and just capture that one little bit of tree trunk which is catching my interest. I might crop the image down a little bit though, because we've got quite a bit of blue sky appearing still on the right hand side of the image, so maybe if I go for a square crop, that might work better. This image is far more like the sort of image which I was hoping to get this morning. I've got some nice backlit foliage on those trees. Because I'm shooting into the sun, it's backlighting the leaves, certainly on the tree that's sort of in the foreground of the image, and it's also backlighting some of the grass that's on the ground as well. I'm trying to keep the sun itself out of the image because I don't want to have any sun flare, or lens flare in the image. But what it is doing is, because there's ever such a small amount of haze in the air, I'm just getting some nice little sun rays, and then also the sun itself is creating these nice diagonal lines of light across the ground and the grass below. So yeah, I actually really like this image. The sun's risen quite high now, and the light's a little bit too harsh now to get any decent photographs, so I think it's probably time to start heading home. It's just been so nice to get out this morning. It's been such a long time since I came down with the landscape setup to do landscape photography, and it's just been such a lovely morning. I just love getting out, even though at this time of year you've really got to drag yourself out at an early hour in the morning. But it's been fantastic to get down here and explore these woods a little bit. What I like about these woods is because they're so close to my home, it means I can react to conditions quite easily. So if I wake up in the morning and look out the window and see that conditions are perfect for woodland photography, it's only a couple of minutes, only takes me a couple of minutes to get here. So yeah, I'm quite excited about the possibilities. The only problem with this woodland is because it's on a private estate, they're quite strict about people leaving the footpath, so you are restricted to this one path for compositions. But luckily, it's such a beautiful area that there's actually quite a lot of potential. There's quite a lot of compositions just to take from this footpath. So with any luck, over the next few months, or certainly through the rest of the year, we'll have some good conditions and I'll get down here and get some decent photographs. This morning, I think I've probably come away with 1 or 2 images which I'm actually quite happy about considering the conditions. So yeah, I'm going to get home now, have a look at them, see what they look like. But thank you so much for watching. Apologies, it's been quite a quick video, but hopefully we'll have some more coming up over the next few weeks and we'll try and make them a little bit longer. But yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.